we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston.
Taken in at the 3.
Well, now how about this return?
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. As the Texans offense runs out, we get a peek at the man under center. Second-year quarterback Davis Mills out of Stanford.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 16 carries, 54 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Looking to throw is Mills.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they held them completely out of the end zone, just held them to a field goal. So they're not just hoping for a repeat here. They're hoping to do it even better. A shutout is their goal.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
First down, Mills.
Buying time, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
After the sack on first down,
Mills
looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Howard. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Mills to throw it. He's got Jordan complete right side. Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there.
On 4th down, out is the punter Cameron Johnston to boot it away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Now for the first time we get to see this Philadelphia. Led out by their dual-threat quarterback now in his 3rd season, Jalen Hurts.
When I was watching film this week, I had to write a note to myself. 3 touchdown passes in an NFL game deserves respect, not ho-hum just because they throw it around all the time, and he got his respect. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, it's the ultimate vote of confidence from a week ago. Hey, look, he was great, not his best game ever, but obviously was very good to garner that award. All the talk this week, though, was about, let's take that forward now. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders.
The numbers for Sanders last week, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. Another run here with Sanders. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 52 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Sanders is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
They'll turn to Sanders. And he will get in to make it 8-0. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. They'll start with Hunt on the ground, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
To throw, Mills.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Working out of the gun, Mills.
And that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense.
Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense, but you know what else is happening too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. you've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Good job there getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. 68 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Sanders. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, pulled him with the inside run.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And he is in to make it 16-0. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
A first down throw for Mills. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Mills throw taken in there by Cooks. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Now Mills. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first two drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a three-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles continue to pull away here in this first half. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
They'll turn to Sanders. And they are 3 for 3 on two-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. Thorough domination right now, and the game plan is simple, obviously, Charles. They're going for 2 after every touchdown, and it's 24-0.
Don't you just get the sense right now that they're just flexing? I mean, to be able to do whatever they want, how they want, 3 two-point conversions, and now they're up 24-0. So essentially they gained a field goal out of it without even trotting the kicker out there.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So we've passed the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. Second half will start with a run by Sanders. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there. First down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Another run with Sanders. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 103 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in their second half blowout material. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2nd and 5 from the 8. Now Sanders, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
On 2nd down and 4, Mills. And incomplete.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And that will be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. This offense returns to the field, and the former Penn State star Miles Sanders, we're going to look at him. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Play action. Here's Hurts. This one complete down the field to Goddard.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Unlock life. 60 vices.
Now a carry for Sanders. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, CD, you know, anytime they get close to the red zone, he is such a threat, and there he is again already, his second touchdown of the ball game.
And I know it's probably a little bit of a failing on my part, but you know I watch a game through defensive eyes, and I don't understand what the coverage was doing there. When he headed out deep, they should have adjusted and flowed towards him. Instead, they left him out there and gave him a chance to make a big play. And, of course, he did exactly that. His size, speed, and versatility makes him a top target in any game.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, it's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Mills on first down.
Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Here's Mills.
And the catch made by Johnson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Mills.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack.
Mills.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
Mills throw taken in by Cooks. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Again, it's Mills.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, Picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
19 Tiger.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And some room to maneuver. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 152 yards on the ground for him now, as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. They'll run. It's Sanders. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. With his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Eagles are poised to move to 8-0 as they extend their lead even further. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as he'll go for 2. They'll turn to Sanders. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the backflip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes has a way of catching up with you.
And here comes the Texans now. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. A huge play there for Houston. 41 yards. On 1st and 10, Mills. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mills. He finds his target, John Brown. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. He'll get it inside the 20, and he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Looking to throw is Mills.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Mills to throw it.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
One last shot for Mills.
Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close.
Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through.